Hello students, welcome to the maths class. Today in this video I am going to start a new chapter, chapter number 1, GST. GST means Goods and Services Tax. So I will tell you in this video what is GST and I will explain some questions of exercise first A. So one by one you see what is GST and some terms related to GST I am going to tell you. So you see here it is chapter number 1, it is written introduction. So I will tell you what is this. Every government, be it central or state government, needs money for administrative expenses, welfare and development schemes, salaries of employees, etc. So government collect money, money means revenue here, by levying taxes within their respective territories. In India, we have two type of taxes, direct taxes and indirect taxes. Means you know very well, central or state government needs money for many expenses. Here some expenses are given as administrative expenses, welfare and development schemes, salaries of employees. Some expenses they are giving. So to fulfill these expenses, central government or state government they need money. So from where they can collect money? So government collect money by levying taxes. By levying means by charging taxes within their respective territories. Here we are having two types of taxes. Means in India government charges two types of taxes. Why government is charging tax? I told you already, to fulfill the administrative expenses, or many other type of expenses are there, but here some expenses are given: administrative expenses, welfare and development schemes and salaries of employees. Some expenses are given. So to fulfill these expenses government need money, and this money is collected in the form of tax. There are two type of tax in India. One is direct tax. What is direct tax? It is levied on the income of individuals or organizations. Direct tax means the tax charged on income of individuals or income of organizations. So such type of tax is called direct tax. Indirect tax are those taxes paid by consumers or organizations when they buy goods or services or both. So indirect, what is indirect tax? That is paid by customers or organizations when they buy goods and services. So we all are consumers, you know very well. So when we purchase some goods or some services or both, when we purchase some goods, some services or both, then we have to give tax. Some tax we have to give, that is called indirect tax. So our GST is also an indirect tax. I will tell you, our GST is also an indirect tax. I will tell you what is GST. So you see here now, goods and services tax. G means goods, S means services, T means tax. So goods and services tax, in short we say GST. So it is written, prior to 1st July 2017, we had a number of indirect taxes such as VAT, excise, service tax, etc. From 1st July 2017 onwards, the government of India has abolished all such indirect taxes and introduced a new indirect tax called goods and services tax. Goods and services tax, in short GST. All the taxes which were before 1st July 2017, like VAT, like excise, like service tax, they were abolished by the government of India. Now in place of these taxes, they introduced only, government introduced only one tax, that is called goods and services tax. It is also indirect tax. Now what is GST? GST is a consumption based tax which is levied when one buy or transfer goods or services or both. Again and again goods and services are coming, these words are coming, goods and services. I will tell you what is goods and what are services. What are goods and what are services? These two terms I will explain. So first you see, it is a consumption based tax, means if we are purchasing or we are transferring some goods or some services or both, then we will have to give some tax. Second thing, GST is levied at every point of sale or transfer of goods or services. Yes, suppose you are purchasing some item and you are selling it to me, then tax will be applied, tax will be charged, GST will be charged. And suppose I am selling the same product to another person, to third person, so that time I will also charge the tax on that third person. So if you are selling any product to me, so you will charge on me. Then I am selling to third person, so I will charge the tax on third person. So at every point of sale or at every point of transfer of goods or services, tax will be applied. So this is second point, our second point. GST has replaced all former indirect taxes levied by central or state government. I told you just before this point, in place of all previous taxes, now GST will be there. GST is applicable throughout India except in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, this tax is not there, but in other parts of India, it is applicable. Now GST is only indirect tax to be paid by individuals or organizations, as all other taxes that used to exist prior to GST are merged into it. All other previous taxes are merged into GST, only one tax is there. Now what is the reason? You can see what is the reason for introducing GST. First reason, to remove disparity. Disparity means we can say different disparity of taxes in different state, to bring out uniformity in rates of taxation on goods and services throughout the country. Meant according to different state, different tax rates were there. According to different state, different tax rates were there. So to remove that disparity of taxes, so government introduced this GST. One nation one tax is the aim of government in implementing GST. Means government want that one nation is there, so one tax should be there. So that's why government implemented this GST. Second reason, to remove complexity of state and central taxes. Yes, in state tax and in central tax, two types of taxes are there. So it was very complicated, means very complexity was there. So that's why to remove this complexity, so this government introduced GST. To reduce tax evasion. Tax evasion means this कर चोरी को कम करने के लिए, means to reduce tax evasion. So this was introduced. So in this way many other reasons are there, you can see it is given in the book also. So these are the reasons to introduce GST. But what is GST? It is necessary to understand. So GST is an indirect tax that will be applied on purchase of goods and services or both. One more time, I'm telling to you what is GST. GST is an indirect tax that will be applied to purchase goods or services or both. It will be applied. So you have to keep in mind these things. Next, I told you I will tell you what is goods and what is services. Goods mean every kind of movable thing, property, anything which can be taken from one place to another. Means the things which you can take from one place to another, they will be goods. Anything which you can take from one place to another, that will be goods. That will be considered as goods. Goods do not include money security. Yes, you have to keep in mind, in goods you will not include money and security. Security means shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, etc. So these securities will not be included in goods. Now next, services means anything other than goods, money and securities. The things which are other than goods, money and securities, they are called services. Services include activities relating to use of money, as for example banking services, insurance services. So bank is providing you services, bank is keeping your money, so bank is giving you service. In the same way, insurance services there. So for these services we have to give the tax. Okay, so these are goods and services. Now more about GST. Here you have to understand GST comprises means includes. GST includes. What GST includes? CGST, Central GST, SGST, State GST, or you can say UGST, Union Territory GST. Now what is Central GST? Central GST, which is collected by central government for the intrastate transaction or movement of goods and services. In case of CGST, the beneficiary is central government. Means here you can see what is this CGST. CGST when intrastate transaction. Here first you understand what is intrastate transaction. It is written intrastate transaction means supply within the same state. Means suppose supply of goods is done in the same state, UP to UP, UP to UP, suppose Kanpur to Bijnor or Lucknow to Bijnor. So that is UP to UP transaction. So that is intra-state transaction. So in this transaction CGST will be applied, and in this transaction SGST, state government, state goods and services will also be applied in this case. So that's why they are giving which is collected by central government for intrastate transaction of goods and services. Now SGST, state GST or union territory GST. So it is also when intrastate transaction will be there, then it will be collected by state government or union territory government. It will be applied tax. Now next is coming IGST. IGST means integrated goods and services tax. Integrated goods and services tax. It will be charged by the central government only for the interstate transaction of goods and services. Means when from one state to another state you are transferring the goods. Suppose you are purchasing some goods from Delhi and you are bringing that goods to UP, or you are purchasing some goods to from MP to and you are bringing it to UP. So it is interstate transaction. It is not intrastate. It is interstate transaction from one state to another state. In this case, IGST will be applied, and that IGST, it is also GST. IGST means GST. It will be collected by the state government. One more thing. Now rate of GST will be fixed by rate of GST is fixed by the government, and it can change time to time according to the decision of government. So again I'm telling to you, rate of GST is fixed by the government. It can change time to time according to the decision of government. So here you can see, I told you CGST and SGST. CGST and SGST. They both will be applied in case of intrastate transaction, and IGST will be applied in case of interstate transaction. Now I am going to take some questions. Here one note is there. You can see this note. In case of intrastate transaction, the seller collects CGST and IGST from the buyer and deposit CGST with central government and SGST from state government. By mistake I told IGST, it is SGST. So in case of intrastate transaction, seller will collect both CGST and SGST both, and CGST he will give to central government, and SGST he will give to state government. Seller, he means seller. In general, tax collected in interstate movement of goods and services is equally is to be shared equally by central government and state government. Suppose GST rate is 18%. It is very important point. It is very important point. GST rate 18% and intra-state transaction is there. Means in the same state. Transaction is in the same state. So in that case, two tax will be collected, CGST and SGST. So and GST rate is 18%. So 9% CGST and 9% SGST will be collected. Means whatever rate is there, its half will be CGST and half will be SGST. So you keep in the mind in case of intrastate transaction. But if it is intrastate transaction, then GST will become IGST, and suppose rate is 18%, GST rate is 18%, so it will be IGST rate. IGST rate is 18% and 18% at one time it will be applied. Now I am going to take some questions from exercise. From exercise I am taking questions so that you can understand what is GST and how it will be applied. So you can see question number 1. 1 and 2, two questions are written. For the following transaction within Delhi. Now you see what is the question. For the following transaction within Delhi, fill in the blanks to find amount of bill. Within Delhi means intra-state transaction. Students, again and again I am telling to you, you pay attention on these two words, intra-state transaction and interstate transaction. Intra-state means transaction of goods in the same state. Interstate means transaction of goods and services in the from one state to another state. Is it clear? Okay. So you see, for the following transaction within Delhi, fill in the blanks. MRP is given 12,000 rupees. Discount is 30%. GST percent 18%. First of all, I will tell you MRP means mark price. You know very well from 6th, 7th, 8th class. Discount is given after deducting discount. You will get SP. SP selling price or discounted price. Discounted price. Selling price or discounted price. Keep in mind. After deducting discount, if any discount is given, then after deducting discount from MRP, then you will get SP or discounted price. Okay, now you see, so you have to find here discount, what is the amount of discount, then selling price, then CGST, SGST, IGST and amount of bill. So you see here, first solution I am doing. You can see here, this is first question solution. MRP 12,000 it is given, discount 30%, GST 18%. So what will be the amount of discount? You can see 30% of 12,000. 30% discount rate is given. MRP is given. You calculate on MRP 30%. So 3,600. It is the amount of discount. Now SP, how can you find SP? Just before I told you, MRP minus discount. MRP 12,000, discount is 3,600, you have calculated. So 8,400. So first part is 3,600, that is discount. Second part SP or discounted value 8,400 after subtracting discount from MRP. Now third part was you had to find CGST. You know 18% GST is given. GST rate is 18%. It is a intra-state transaction. It is intra-state transaction. Within Delhi it is given in the question, you can see. It is given within Delhi. Within Delhi means intra-state transaction. So in case of intra-state transaction, CGST and SGST will be there, but IGST will not be there. And CGST rate and SGST rate both will be equal and half of GST rate. Both will be equal and half of GST rate. GST rate you can see here 18% it is given. So CGST rate and SGST rate, half of this GST rate 9%. You can see here now 9% of 8,400 756. SGST also 9% of 8,400 756. So CGST you will give 756 and SGST you will give 756. Not total amount of bill. Here IGST nil, because it is a case of intrastate transaction, I told you. So IGST will not be there. Amount of bill SP plus CGST plus IGST. SP 8,400, CGST 756 and SGST 756. SP, CGST and SGST. So SP 8,400, CGST 756, SGST 756. Total 9,912. So it was the first question. Now second question. You can see second question. In second question, same thing is there for the following transaction from Delhi to Jaipur. This time it is given Delhi to Jaipur, means interstate transaction. So in this case, CGST and SGST both will be nil. IGST will be there only. So MRP is given 50,000, discount percent 20%, GST rate 28%, and these things discount SP, CGST, SGST, IGST and amount of bill you have to find. You see here second solution, MRP 50,000 it is given, discount percent 20%, GST percent 28%. So discount will be 20% of MRP. So 20% of 50,000, it will come 10,000. You can see. So first part is over. Discount is 10,000 rupees. SP, MP minus discount, MP 50,000, discount 10,000. So SP will be 40,000. Second part is over. Third part, you have to find CGST and SGST. Since it is an interstate transaction, I told you from Delhi to Jaipur, it means that change of state is there. So it means it is interstate transaction. So CGST, SGST nil. That's why I have written. So reason you will have to write. That's why I have written here reason. It is a case of interstate transaction. So CGST and SGST both are nil. Next, IGST will be 28% of 40,000. Full 28%, it will become IGST and it will be applied on SP. Always tax will be calculated on SP. If no discount is there, in that case MP will become SP. So in that case you will calculate tax on MP, because in this case MP is SP if no discount is there. If no discount is there, MP will be SP and you will calculate tax on MP. So 28%, it is coming 11,200. So amount of bill SP plus IGST. SP plus IGST. So SP 40,000, IGST 11,200, 51,200. It is the final answer. Now you can see fourth question. What is fourth question? Find the amount of bill for the following intra-state transaction. Already it is said in the question, it is mentioned in the question, it is intra-state transaction. So it means that CGST and SGST will be there, IGST will not be there. GST rate is 5%. What is given? Quantity is given, MRP is given, and discount percent is given. So quantity, how much quantity you are purchasing, MRP of each item means one item cost is given, discount percent, how much discount you are getting. So now you see the solution I have done here. GST rate 5% it is given, already I have written in the starting so that you will understand. GST rate is 5%. Quantity it is given 18, 24, 18, 24, 30, 12. MRP of each item and discount. These three columns are given in the question, you can see. Now these two columns I made. You have to understand these two columns. How I have made. Very, very easy questions are there of this chapter. If you understand carefully, if you listen carefully, then you will understand. SP of each item, it is written. So SP of each item, MRP is given. Since discount is given, so first you subtract discount and then you will find SP, because tax will be applied on SP, I already told you. So discount on first item, it is 10% discount. So it means that directly how can you calculate? When 10% discount is there, it means that you have to give 90% of MRP. That will be SP. 10% after subtracting 10% discount. So 90% price you have to give, 10% discount you are getting. So 90% you have to give. So 90% of MRP will be SP. So 90% of 150 I calculated, that is 135. Here 20% discount is there, so it means 80% you will give. 80% will be SP. 80% of 240, 192 I calculated. And 30% discount is there, so 70% you will have to give. 70% of 100, 70 rupees. 20% discount is there on fourth item, so 80% you will give. 80% of 120, 96. So these are the SP. These are the SP of each item. 4 items are there. So now it is the SP 135 is the SP of 1 unit of first item. So 18 units you are purchasing. So you multiply 18 by 135, you are getting 2430. It is the total SP of whole quantity. So 18 multiplied by 135, 24 multiplied by 192, 30 multiplied by 70. Like this you can multiply 18, 135, 24 and 192, 30 and 70, 12 and 96. So 2430. It is the total SP of first item. Total SP means SP of 18 units of first item. 4608 is the total SP of 24 units of second item. 2100 is the total SP of 30 units of third item. 1152 is the total SP of 12 units of fourth item. So like this total SP how much it is coming, you can see in the table I have written 10,290. 10,290. It is total SP. Now since it is a case of intrastate transaction, so GST rate 5%, so CGST, SGST both will be 2.5%. So 2.5% of total SP. Total SP you have calculated 10,290. So 2.5% of 10,290 it is given in the, it is calculated in the table. So it is coming 257.25. 257 rupees 25 paise. CGST, SGST will be same. You can see 2.5% of 10,290 and it is 257.25. So total amount of bill SP plus CGST plus SGST. You can see SP to 10,290, CGST 257.25 plus SGST 257.25, and total answer is coming 10,804.50. 10,804.50. So this is the answer of question 4. So these are very easy questions. Now question number 6, you can see, find the amount of bill. MRP is given, discount is given, CGST is given. It is also interest rate transaction written here, mentioned. You can see in the question it is mentioned, it is interest rate transaction. But this time GST rate is not given, CGST rate is given. So don't be confused. If CGST rate is 6%, so GST will be double, because I told you whatever GST rate is given, its half will be CGST and half will be SGST. So CGST is 6% on first item, so GST will be 12%. CGST on second item 9%, so GST will be 18%. CGST on third item 14%, so GST rate will be 28% on third item. On fourth item CGST 2.5%, so GST rate on fourth item it will be 5%, double. But we don't need this double. I told you for your understanding, I told you so that you cannot be confused. Now you see the solution of sixth question. It is a case of interest rate transaction, so CGST percent equals SGST percent. I have written here already. Pay attention, because I will use this point in table. CGST, SGST both I will use in table, so that's why already I have written. You can see 3 columns are given. First column MRP is given, discount is given, and this CGST rate is given. That column I did not write because it's due to less space, but you can write that column also, CGST rate. So MRP 12,000, discount 30%, so SP you calculate. So discount is 30%, so 70% of 12,000 you have to give, 8,400. 20% discount on second item, so 80% on of 15,000 you have to give, so second item SP is 12,000. 30% discount is there on third item, so 70% on third item you have to give, so 70% of 9,500, 6,650. On fourth item 40% discount is there, so 60% you will give, so 60% of 18,000, 10,800. Now I have written here CGST in rupees. It is given in the question. I am telling to you, CGST on first item it was 6%, so 6% of 8,400, 504, and on second item CGST 9%, so 9% of 12,000, 10,000, sorry 1,080. On third item CGST 14% was there, so 14% of 6,650, 931. And on fourth item CGST rate was 2.5%, so 2.5% of 10,800, 270 rupees. So same CGST and same SGST will be there. I have written here CGST equals SGST. So 504, 504, 1080, 1080, 931, 931, 270, 270. So CGST, SGST both column are same. Now amount. What is this amount? In bracket I have written SP plus CGST plus SGST in rupees. So amount means SP plus CGST plus SGST. So total amount, these 3 columns you add. Which 3 column? This one. SP, CGST, SGST, it is coming. These 3 column you add, it is coming. It will come. And you see here. So like this, 9408, 14160, 8512, 11340, 11340. So total amount is coming 43420, 43420. So this is the required amount of bill. You can see here I have written required amount of bill 43420. So like this students, you can solve other questions also, but some more questions I am taking. Question number 10. Ms. Ram Traders, Delhi provided the following services to Ms. Geeta Trading Company in Agra, UP. Find the amount of bill. Now student, this question is coming of interstate transaction. Here interstate transaction is there because from Delhi to Agra, services are provided from Delhi to Agra. Agra is in UP. So interstate transaction is there. Number of services are given. Cost of each service is given. GST percent on different service, different GST is there. You can see here. Now you see how to solve. Solution, you see, it is a case of interstate transaction. GST rate equals IGST rate. So you can see here number of services, cost of each service, total cost of whole quantity, GST percent, IGST amount. So these three columns are given, number of services are given, cost of each service is given, and GST rate is given. These three columns. So I calculated total cost of whole quantity, means cost of first service 680. So total cost of 8 services will be 8 multiplied by 680, 5440. In the same way, total cost of 12 services of second type 3840. Total cost of 10 services of third type 2600. Total cost of 16 services of fourth type 6720. So these are the total cost. GST 5% is given. 5% of 5440 272. 12% of 3840 460.8. 18% of 2600 468. 12% of 6720 806.4. Now you add the amount. It is IGST because it is the case of interstate transaction. I told you. So now total amount will be SP plus IGST. This is SP 5440 plus, you can see one more time here, this plus this, this plus this, this plus this, and this plus this. Means 5440 plus 272, 5712, 3840 plus 460.8, 4300.8, 2600 plus 468 equals 363068, 6720 plus 806.4, 7526.4. Total amount of bill is coming. Total amount of bill 20,607.20. 20,607.20. So now you can see one more question is there. 13. Mr. Pankaj took health insurance policy for his family and paid rupees 900 as SGST. Find the total amount annual premium paid by him for this policy, rate of GST being 1800. What is given in the question? First thing, and what you have to find? First thing, Mr. Pankaj paid 900 rupees as SGST. So CGST will also be 900 rupees. And you have to find amount of his annual premium. So I have taken here, let the amount of annual premium be X rupees. GST rate 18%, it is given. So CGST SGST rate will be 9%. When it's half, you know very well. So SGST will be 9% of X. X is annual premium. So SGST is given. You can see here 900 equals 9 upon 100 into X. 900 multiplied by 100 upon 9, 10,000 rupees. Because it is given 900 rupees as GST. So X equals, hence the required annual premium 10,000 rupees. So easy questions these are. You have seen. So remaining questions students you can do from this exercise. Some questions I have done, difficult questions I have taken from this exercise. Remaining questions you do. If you have any problem, then you can ask. I will clear your doubts. So thank you and have a nice day.